Often I look a lot at people's kids. Like I went out with a very well-known tech mogul's kids. I took him out for dinner this week, and the kid was wonderful. And I was like, good job. I wrote him. I'm like, you're such a jerk, but your kid's great. I'm gonna assume it's your wife. But I was joking. But I look at the kids and how they turn out.
And I want to circle back to Mark Zuckerberg. I loved your iconic interview with him where you grilled him on privacy when he
Oh
was
yeah.
26. He couldn't stop sweating.
There were several bad ones for him and I.
Why do you think that even though you're a hard ass, why do you think people always want to do an interview with you, even if they might be embarrassed?
Because they're not hard. They're hard. Look, one of the people I interviewed a lot was Steve Jobs, and he always said, like, they're fair. Like, if he's a smart person, does he want to be blicked up and down all day? I doubt it. Like, he's smart enough, and like, right? He doesn't like that. Like, I think smart people like smart questions. And if you actually take apart the interviews, they aren't tough. I just ask the direct question. That's different. Not like, how come you suck so much? Those aren't the questions I ask. I'm like, you are responsible for privacy across the globe. Explain to me why this isn't a violation of privacy. Explain to me your theory. And I need them to explain themselves. Often Zuckerberg could not explain himself because he hadn't thought of it. The more famous interview, I think, that one was more famous. But when we were arguing about anti-Semitism, like, he didn't know what he was doing. And by the interview, you could see he hadn't thought about it, but he had such an effect, an impact. I was like, are you kidding me? Like, you don't even take the time to understand the issue. And so what I was trying to get at that interview was he was ignorant and he had power. And that was a real problem for me. That is a real problem when you have power and you are lazy or ignorant or sloppy or stupid. And that to me I won't put up with that, especially when you have that much impact. And I kept saying, the more when he was saying Holocaust deniers don't mean to lie, he just didn't do the work. And you're sort of like, there will be more anti-Semitism if this continues, and you will be directly responsible. And for some reason, someone like him, he always tries to, he's a polluter and he pretends he's not polluting. It's like Trump, he's an arsonist, and then he tells us, look, I put out the fire. I'm like, you started the fire. Like, that's all. I just point out the obvious. And if they're going to the ones I like are the ones that take responsibility. I think with Mark in that interview, I was like, I know I studied propaganda and the Holocaust and anti-Semitism, and I know where this is going to end because we have some history. Like, I know where this goes.
Of course,